Hey guys, Oko here. Let's get back to our game of Final Fantasy XVI. When we left things off, we're at the new hideaway, which looks like this. It almost looks like an airship or something like that. Just parked in the middle of a lake.
Welcome back, Sid.
Thank you. Let's go talk to Otto and get some more information about what's going on around here. Alright, let's look for our friends. And everyone's calling us Sid now. We're the new Sid.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Well, there you go. It is an airship. I thought so.
And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Let's talk to Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Here's a history lesson.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, Complete a simple errand for me, and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Where is he? Okay, well, before we leave, I want to come here and talk to Nectar. You're wondering what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my furless friend. Oh, looks like we can't do anything yet. But this is something that I've actually been looking forward to, but we'll get to that. Alright, well, let's go look for the historian then. And look around this airship home base a little bit more. Familiarize ourselves with it. To look at the map, so we're heading to the shelves. This would have been the bridge of the ship, I suppose. I wonder if I can go down there. Alright, buddy. Who is this? This is Harpocrates.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On gods and men.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
Thank you, Dumbledore.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon.
So it looks like we're going to be keeping our eye out for a book for him. Let's look around a little bit.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stolus. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
I hadn't even noticed that the brand was gone, actually. There's still a scar, though.
All swept. It's over to the tavern.
So is this where I sleep? What is this? The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading tables in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
So we finish another very important cutscene. Still going, it looks like, but at least we sort of see the direction of, I think, the game now. The Northern Territories. Let's see what Joshua's up to.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, Far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just...
Intrude on what? They're just
strategy.
talking.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
Well, we have to save Martha, as Batman would say. Or Superman, actually. Wasn't it Superman that said that? Stupid Martha thing. I guess we'll get more information from Otto, it looks like.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in this area started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
So now we want to find the curse breakers. There's a quest here. But it doesn't look like... So we're here. This is where... Let me just take on this quest first. So I'm going to return down to the pier and see what our friend down here needs help with.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts.
The lemon tarts again. We gotta find this guy.
Assuming we had any pitch.
He's probably hanging out with Zell in the cafeteria who's eating hot dogs.
Bloody more. doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Someone finds you some pitch.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Alright, we'll take care of that guy's stuff before we do the Martha thing, I guess. So I guess we can get a little more practice using our, here we go, Ramu ability. But we don't have very far to go to get the sticky substance.
Easier than felling a forest, I said.
Looks like we'll have to fight these guys. Thorny thistles. They're done. Who do we have left?
Get him! Attack!
Alright, we finished that one pretty quickly. We got the wax, we got all the...
Time to head home.
So we'll deliver that back to the guy next time we are at the docks, but we don't need to do that right now. I think I'll head over here now to Martha's Rest.
We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
So now we're
Cole is right.
pursuing the garrison soldiers.
It was a
Way over here.
message.
But a culling. orders are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have to have come from higher up.
Got a bit of traveling to do, but that's all right. I actually am happy about that. So we just go forward over a bridge. Yeah. Let's fight some things on the way. See what we can find.
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Too bad we couldn't take her back. She'll be fine. Alright, well, let's head to the Abbey then.
Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Aha! Lightning! Awesome. That was a nice way to start the battle. I'll just leave the chocobos. We don't need to fight them.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Glademond Abbey.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Yeah, let's take him out. Trying to do some of the weapon skills. There we go.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Reduces cooldown time. So there's another item I could use to power up Gouge, which I am using quite a bit, but
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
let's check the little house next to the abbey. Ugh. Horrible.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting it, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials?
Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be safe unless we save her. Tell Martha to beg Sin's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sin, where are you? Sin!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Make for Riddick's Jump. Over here. Alright, well, we'll just go forward. And stay to the right. I'm heading for the item. Briar clamshells. Yeah, I just don't really think we actually need to fight them right now. Let's just get on with the story. I'm trying to get as much story stuff done as I can. It's just a lot. It's just cutscene after cutscene, but... Oh, here's a new kind of monster, I think. Ahriman rank C. Wow, here's a new kind of... There we go. This is what I've been waiting for. The monster hunting aspect here. The notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeat these monsters, and they can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Yeah, I love the monster hunting in the Final Fantasy games. It's a lot of fun. Staggered. Yeah, Ahriman are recurring monsters in Final Fantasy games. They're awesome. Yes. And they look just like these. They haven't changed their look much. They look good though. Take this.
Nice try.
That was a nasty spell. I'm using all my weapon skills. Thunderstorm. There we go, guys. There's our first notorious mark. Done. And hopefully we can do all of them in the game. That's definitely going to be my goal. He gave us a bunch of ash and a meteorite.
You didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so we'll have to check that board, that nectar, the Moogle is next to, next time we're back at the hideout. Now let's continue on here to Riddick's Jump.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
So I guess we're done here then. Yep. Return to Martha's Rest.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times, you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Black blood. So now we can return to the hideaway. I'll pet the dog. Yeah, there was one little green marker down here. I see this plus one. I can't remember if that was quests that you can't start until a particular time. I'm not sure why it's a plus, but let's just go down here and just see before we leave.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back. Looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Alright, God.
Alright.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Alright, so we'll take care of this one. This should be a quick one. A bunch of monsters are picking on a chocobo. Let's go save the chocobo.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Mm-hmm. See, we go down here. Scorpions. Or
A white feather.
lobsters, whatever those things are.
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Whoa, we totaled that one. These guys are weak against lightning. Oh, where could Whiteheart be? Whiteheart.
These chocobos aren't gonna
Uh-oh.
come to
There's
fight.
dead bodies here. Uh-oh.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of it, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Her? And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright, let's kill these animal abusers. This will feel good. Haha, take that. Ramu is strong. New enemies approach. What do we got? Dogs. Harrier hounds, huh? Ouch. I didn't see that coming. Let me get out of here. I can't see anything. This is the group boss, obviously. Huntsman, is that what it said? Yeah, Huntman? Oh, he got us. I better heal a little bit. Well, he's almost gone, but he's taken some pretty bad damage. But yeah, he's done now. Now he's toast.
You're safe now. Whiteheart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
It's Ambrosia.
Ambrosia.
It's cheesy but cute.
It is you. You survived. You found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock. made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Yes, Clive is very modest.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Ambrosia's tack. A bespoken set. So this displayed in Clive's chambers? A saddle. I guess it's what it is, right? I don't know. We'll have to look in the chambers to see what that's about. Now, here we go. Chocobo unlocked. So I guess that was... Maybe that's why it was a plus then on the quest icon, because it was an important quest. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the chocobo. Okay, cool. We'll try that. We don't need to do it right now, because I think I'm actually done here. There's no other quest here. So we'll just head back to the hideaway.
Where's Gav?
We'll head to Gav, but first I'm gonna see our friend on the dock there who wanted the sticky sap, which we retrieved. So here's our friend who's sitting at the dock at the bay.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Increases attack by 12. Ooh. That's a good item. Thank you. So there's no other quests here. So we'll just head to see Otto, I guess. Oh, I actually want to check the board next to Nectar as well. I'm going to check that quickly.
So Mather's all right.
So now what's going on here? Anything? You're wondering on this board. Oh, really? We're still not ready to talk about this, huh? Even though I killed one of the monsters. Okay, fine. We'll wait. So let's go up here and talk to Otto for another cutscene.
Ah, Clive! I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kuko would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for? Eh? Huh?
Odo's counter is now open. Alliance reports, the Patron's Whisper, and the Hunt Board. All three are located near Odo in the mess. A Patron's Whisper, what's that?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Maybe that's just this. Oh, here's Sharon.
Is it business?
Or Karen.
Or pleasure? Go on, then.
Well, it's been 5 years, but she doesn't have anything new. These might be new. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Accessory effect will not trigger unless the ability to trigger. Increases limit break generation amount by 3%. More music. What's this? Lionheart tonic is available.
Come again.
Alright, well, there's a new quest I see. Let's just look here. We got to end this video soon, so maybe I'll just activate that quest. We might not do it, but let's just activate it. And then I want to check the hunt board. So how are we going to get to that, huh? Looks like we can go through here. Yeah. This way. This gives us another little bit of a tour of this place we're hanging out here, we're living now. Wow, there's all kinds of stuff down here.
Won't be long now, Martel.
A botanist.
See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Okay, right up there in the mess. That's sort of in the area we're going, so that's perfect. Let's head now to the hunt board then. What's in here? Oh, it's the blacksmith.
Clive. So, what'll it be?
Now we have the flame tongue, a fire weapon. This one's there, 11 bolt. That's bigger. Higher, I should say, stronger. Let's see what else there is. But that is the strongest one. And we don't have the flame tongue sword. You need a flame tongue in order to do it. So maybe we should make a flame tongue then. We got all the items for it, so let's do that.
No scratches, right?
$11 bolts. So now we can do this one.
Should last you a good while.
So what do we have here? Then these are all nothing. All right, so there we are. We upgraded our sword a little bit. We must be getting close. Not that way. Yeah, we're gonna end the episode pretty soon. Let me just finish things up here for now before we move forward. It's like things are finally starting to open up a little bit for us.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Wow. A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Alright, so we'll head to the backyard, but since we're here, let's talk to Nectar. Clive, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you. The matter is this, Kupo.
Board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Muggles, no fiend of the forest or ghoul. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so good to have found someone who understands me. Kupo. I'll stay here then and keep an eye out for all the billets and get posts on the board. So if there's anything you need to know, Kupo, ask me. View the hunt board. Ask about hunts. Ask about hunt boards. Well, it's pretty... I kind of get it. I get the idea. They've had these in the other games. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. So we did the first one already. So there's 2 more here. The Angel of Death. A traitor comes by the way... Oh, that's a lot to read. And Belphegor. Rank C and B. Pardon me. Well, I guess we'll accept these if I can. Oh, it doesn't... You don't actually have to accept them. It's just showing you them, I guess. You have to find them yourself, I guess, which kind of sucks. Let me just see that again. I find that hard to believe. Ask about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the great continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. Do they look like some sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupo. It has a check mark now, so maybe I gotta get through these. That one didn't get a check. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why. Well, that's interesting. Here's Goat.
How are you doing? Quick look.
No quests. No quests available, so...
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure.
Here's everything we've received and everything promised.
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's mess to view current renown levels and accept any donations available. Talk of the Tea House. Your merry band of outlaws. Blah, 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 blah. What is this? Create contents. There's a whole bunch of things in there.
Here you are.
I guess there's no reason not to take these things. This one has a bunch of ability points, with along with some crafting items.
That one. You do.
What? Oh. Respect. This is a meteorite, alright.
Here you are.
We'll take the meteorite. Then these are locked for some reason. Why? Oh, because our renown isn't high enough, I guess. I see. These are sort of... I get it. These... A berserker ring in there.
All done?
Yeah, okay, we'll come back. So, there's only one thing left to do in this episode, and that's going to be... Yeah, I was hoping those monster hunts would show up in those alliance, and that's Gout, whatever that guy's name is, his alliance pages, but didn't show up in there. Oh well. Well, let's just go and tell the guy the Martell apples were delicious. Everyone thought so, and then that'll be everything for today. We did a lot today. We helped Martha. We helped Ambrosia. And we explored more of our new little home here in the hideaway. Is it hideaway or hideout? It's hideaway, yes. Here we go. Last quest for the day.
Send their thanks and their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
And we got some Martel's apples, which will be displayed in our chambers. Oh yeah, we have to... Maybe that's where we'll end things off. We gotta go to the chambers, and I want to see that saddle, and then we'll just see what... What's this? What's this room? Somebody in here. Inspect. The foundation of Valisthian botany. It's a little study lab or something. Yeah, so we've got a lot done today, guys. This game, it just stirs a lot of like cutscenes though and story. I wish there was more exploring, but we're getting to the exploring stuff, it seems.
Did you come through the forge today?
Still getting used to this rickety old place. So I believe here's Torgal hanging out with the kids. I think right up here was our place. This is the King's Castle here. Our home. What's this? Wall of Memories. So there's the basket of apples. And here's the saddle. Martel's apples. Interesting. Ambrosia's tack. So we'll try and get all the items there. And the reading table. Where I guess we can go over missives. What are missives? Oh, just letters. Alright, so that's going to be everything for today. We accomplished a lot. It looks like in the next episode we're going to be journeying to Hawk's Cry Cliff, the main story. I did want to take one little look here. I thought that I had seen at one point... Oh, there's a new area there on the map. That looks like that's where we're going to be going. Hawk's Cry Cliff. No, I was mistaken. I thought I saw a quest over here before, but... Oh, look at the poor little castle here with no giant crystal behind it, and that's sad. And there's a new map part over here. So the map is growing. And I think this is our next destination here over this area. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be heading here, Hawk's Cry Cliff, in the next episode, right? But thank you everybody for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking down below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all on the next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day. Bye for now. Just noticing there's actually another entrance here to Clive's place. We have a little patio. Is that what this is? There's actually something here. A goblin coin. Yeah, I guess it is just a little patio.